everyone, it's Tiffany Sly again, sales and marketing maven and personal brand guru. I'm coming at you with the final step. It is step number 5 in our 5 secrets to mastering your marketing as the everyday entrepreneur. And today is all about relationships and engagement. Now, we've gone through all about understanding exactly what you stand for, what you're selling, why you're different, and your point of difference. And then it's developing all the creative assets that go with that and the content that you're going to be putting out there. And then actually how you're able to plan and automate that process so that it's easy and simple and consistent. Now, the most important step of all, I would say, is the follow-up and the reinforcing of this marketing and this content and these visuals that you create with face-to-face contact and relationships. When you think about the long-standing businesses out there, especially those that are service-based, they're successful and their sustainability is because of the relationships that they've formed. And they're consistent. They keep in touch with people. They have that relationship, that rapport. They care about what their clients are doing and what they need, and they give it to them, but also they have that personal relationship. So it goes far beyond the actual transaction and the actual selling of the business. It's more personal. When we have this marketing strategy that's beautifully crafted and created and is consistent, that's fantastic, but we have to follow it up with our face-to-face and our relationship with those customers to reinforce what we've been saying and what we've been communicating in all of our marketing as well. So the most important thing when establishing relationships with your customers and your clients is to create that know, like, and trust factor. So KLT factor, I've mentioned this many times before. It's first you have to get them to know you, then they have to like you, and then they have to trust you. And then they're more likely to buy your product or your service. So when we think about marketing ourselves to our network, or let's say to the mass market, you can think of there being 2 different sets of people that we market our product to. One would be those people that are in our network, our sphere already, people who know who we are or know of us. And then you have the people outside of that sphere. Some people call it the dormant customers, the people that don't know who you are yet. So online marketing and other marketing initiatives are great for keeping your face in front of people that you already know, like email marketing. Always you want to put out to those who know who you are. Obviously they have to subscribe to your newsletter and say, yes, I'm happy to receive your marketing information. But also online marketing is a great way to market to the mass market and target different demographics, different areas, different types of people in different cities and different industries. So that's a great way to go at the dormant market or people you don't know. And then once they receive this information, it's so important to follow up with that face-to-face and or some sort of connection that's more personal to reinforce everything you've been saying and communicating in your marketing. So a great way to do this is to send out your mail outs and you have your online marketing scheduled out, your email newsletter scheduled out, and then follow it up with a networking event or a drop by or some sort of face-to-face, maybe door knocking, so you can reinforce that message and allow the customer to now be familiar with you and get to know you. So then they actually decide whether they like you or trust you. So first it's the marketing that we go out to the masses is generally here, get to know me. Those that don't know me now do kind of know me or are familiar with me. And now it's time to go that next step to whether they are going to like you or trust you, which can really only be when you're in person. And those people that you do end up building that rapport with face-to-face, those people will now be on your list at really top priority. Those are quality leads. Those are not just really cold leads or warm leads from just your Instagram account or your advertising on Facebook or your mail out. Those are going to be a next level. They're breaking through that barrier, and those people now know you and have had a conversation with you and now are more likely to remember you and consider you for future business. And the next time you see them, they'll be way more willing to speak with you. They'll relate with you more, and they'll be much more inclined to connect with you again. So once you're building that list, of course, make sure that you have that CRM program, because this is so important. You want to make sure that you're keeping a database of all your customers and clients. Ensure that they're being tracked in terms of priority. So let's say someone that you just got maybe as a phone call from an advertisement that you did, that's one level of client. And then those that you've actually had that follow-up face-to-face conversation with, maybe at an event, that's someone else that's at another level. They're much more warm, they're much more likely to deal with you, that rapport is higher. Those people are the ones who are really more likely to convert to actual clients and do business with you. So you want to keep track of how you're connecting with them throughout the year. As I mentioned in my last video, you're going to plan out your marketing for the year, and these types of people are the ones that you're going to connect with quarterly. The ones that are on more of your warm lead list, those people are great for email marketing and social media advertising. They'll still be there. And what we want to do is eventually, hopefully, we'll invite them to events. We'll try to do the drop-bys, and hopefully we can get in contact with them in person once we do more communication. But eventually they'll go up, hopefully, to that next level where you have more rapport and that more personal relationship with, and then they change their category on your CRM. So you're keeping track of those two groups that you're dealing with, and also keeping track of information about them too, because as you have clients down here in your warm lead list, they convert to a more quality lead list that you have in your CRM. Those people might start to share more information with you, like, oh, my son Timmy is turning 2, or some trip that they just took over to Europe. You have information about them you keep track of, so you will gain that rapport with them and also have things to relate with them on. So you have an excuse to drop in or get in contact with them when Timmy's birthday is coming up. There's an excuse to get in front of them again, or at least show that you care and actually have interest in their lives other than just selling your product or service to them. Another great way to engage with people, we're talking about social media. Sure, that's generally more of a one-way marketing initiative, but nowadays the algorithms and how they are, it's so important that you engage with people on social media as well to get that exposure to more people online. So instead of just posting your content on a weekly basis and maybe liking the odd thing, you should be spending, maybe 10 minutes a day minimum on your social media platforms if that's a major aspect of your marketing strategy, and engaging with those who you're following or your ideal clients. And that's not just liking their posts, but saying something like, oh, this is a great article, or I love this, and responding to them and trying to create that conversation. That's going to make the algorithms go crazy in your favor. That's what we want when we're doing online marketing. Gary Vee talks about this. He really believes in adding more value to your customers, especially when you have an online marketing strategy, and I really believe in that. When we're selling ourselves too often, and the message is more with that in mind, we're not relating to our customers, and we're not going to convert those people really from that warm lead to that more quality lead, or we're less likely to. So Gary Vee believes in, I think it's 80-20 rule. So your marketing should be 80% value, 20% selling yourself. I truly believe that it should be 90% value adding and relationship and rapport, and 10% selling yourself. So I believe that the selling yourself piece should be small, because the other aspects, the other 90% of the value you're adding and the showcasing your brand and talking about other things other than selling yourself and, ooh, buy with me and buy my product, customers will relate to it more and it will translate into sales. So don't forget to keep track of all these face-to-face in-person marketing initiatives that you do on a weekly or monthly or quarterly basis, and include them in your calendar, because those should be included as part of your marketing strategy along with the other online marketing initiatives, maybe direct mail marketing, email marketing, events, anything that you do that's already on your marketing strategy for the year. You should always include your personal face-to-face connections and engagement with your customers. So that's it today. That was a short one. That was a lot shorter than the others. This is really maybe the less complicated step involved, but it is really the most important. Now you've been through all 5 of these steps, and now you have such a clear idea of your business and how you're different and how awesome you are and how you can actually have that translate into visual assets and create content around it, and you're getting information out to people, you're marketing your business to your customers, you're keeping track of that, you're planning all your marketing, you're knowing where the leads are coming from, and now you're engaging with them and you're following up with that personal face-to-face activity, and you're keeping track of that, and you're just going to be converting warm leads to quality leads just before you know it because of this process. Now, after these 5 steps, some of you might be confused and a bit overwhelmed, so that's what I'm here for. This is what I do. I'm a marketing consultant. I walk you through this process. I help you gain clarity in your business and why you're amazing and how we can actually translate that into your marketing and create a marketing strategy that's unique to your business and to you. And I help you actually put those wheels in motion and facilitate your best marketing strategy for your business. So have a look at my website again, and please reach out if you'd like to have a 30-minute discovery call. That's complimentary, and I can do that anytime with you. I'd be happy to chat with you just more about my program, which is the Marketing Badass Accelerator program. It's a 2-month one-on-one coaching program where I bring you through this exact process, obviously more in depth, for your particular business and for you personally, and we develop the best strategy possible for you to break the marketing mold and create your most outstanding and authentic business. I hope this was helpful for everyone. If you have any questions about these steps, please drop in a little comment below or send me a message through my website, tiffanysly.com. I'll be back again for some more exciting tips and tricks to help you along your marketing journey. But until then, have an amazing rest of your week and happy marketing.